And welcome everybody to Enter the Bunker, fun challenges empowering you, the people, to survive and thrive. In today's world, 2020 is where it's happening today. And actually we're at the end of 2020. We survived 2020 here at the bunker.
Not yet.
Well, we're almost there.
We could die tomorrow.
We could.
Positivity, we will not.
But let's be positive about it. That will make it. And yeah, because we are in the throes of another wave, right? So everybody's talking about it.
It's wave 3 and wave 4 and wave 5.
And why are we broadcasting shipping labels? Is something going on here that we need to know about?
What?
There's literally shipping labels in the screen that we're broadcasting now.
Yeah,
what's going on?
Covering half of Jono's face.
Yeah.
Did you know I call you Jono?
You just draw your screen over there longer. Okay. You draw one of your screen over there. Oh, I see. Hey, no, that's not on screen. That's not on screen, that's just the screen itself.
There's an echo in the
Again?
bunker. It's the alarm. So, fun fact, our fire alarm just went off and everybody just escorted the building. But we got to get them all to come back in because it was a false alarm.
Yes.
But we were all really smart and we all got out of our seats and we exited the building.
Okay. That's good. I wasn't here actually.
Yeah, you weren't. You're like, I'm guessing the fire alarm went off.
Yeah.
Okay, Justin literally said to me, I'm going for lunch. He left my office, went out the first door, and the thing started going off. I was like, Justin! And I screamed his name so hard. Okay, just saying, when that goes off, I feel like I'm like dying inside.
Yeah, it's really nerve-wracking when it goes off.
It is, because you don't,
Yeah.
this is a huge 64,000 square foot.
This is a
huge 64,000 square foot.
All right, echo's fixed.
Echo's fixed.
Echo's fixed.
Can we get rid of that?
Get rid of what?
The shipping labels.
The shipping labels aren't on the live.
I know, but we can see them.
I don't even know what the comment will be on.
There we
Okay,
go.
there we
They're
go. Now I can see that my Tims are still here too.
All right.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
I blend in today with our backdrop. Do you even see my face? It's a good one. Today is Friday, so it's podcast day.
It is podcast day. It's an exciting time.
So if you actually wanted to see our faces, you got to tune into the video on YouTube, or you can just listen to us. That's
Yes.
always good too. So let's say hi to some people. Crow Boy, hi, and Bud Nugget. Let's go. Noble Canadian says, hello again, Jon and Kelly producers, chat, roomies, and everyone behind the scenes. How are you all today? Noble, you make me smile every time I read that because you do not fail to miss a single person when you say hi. And that is amazing. Bud Nugget, we fixed the echo. The echo makes it, okay, we're good. Hi guys, hey Jon and Kelly. Hey Stewie and Jacob Corey. Oh, we got 2 Jacobs. We got Jacob Mercaver, and we got Corey. And we got you can say this word, Jon? You say that one?
The Maniac.
The Numismaniac. Now that it's all over, you can bunker down. We bunker down on the daily. Glad it wasn't a real fire. Me too, Noble. Half the time the fire alarm goes off, it's not actually a fire. It's just more or less an alarm
Half the time.
for water. Well,
How many times have you had a fire here?
never. Okay, well, once. Something with smoking once.
Yes, one time we had something smoking.
Yeah. And that was like the scariest moment of my life. We'll get into it another time. I feel like during a podcast. Scary things that happen in the bunker, Bailey. Tip, write that down. All right, so hello Kelsey, hello Nathan, and Enriquez Perez. Read that.
Enrique?
And Enriquez Perez.
I think you don't say the Z, just say Enrique.
Hey, Enrique, tell us how.
Iglesias.
Glacius?
Do you not know who that is?
Nah, I'm a boomer, remember?
Oh,
No, that's some real boomer stuff. That's what boomer would know.
If Kelly has a ghost boyfriend, does Jon have a ghost girlfriend? Tis the real question, but I doubt it.
No.
John just comes here and does his job. I mean, that's what I do too, but somebody just hangs out with me too. Why does the alarm go off randomly? I read that wrong, but it's still the same thing. It says, no boy. Because this is a 64,000 square foot building, we have the top of the line security, what do you call this? So any little thing, it goes off. I was on the phone within 30 seconds of calling the alarm company and being like, it's a false alarm. He's like, I already dispatched fire department. I'm like, whoa, you guys are good. That's good to know though, because if there was a fire, you know they're being dispatched within seconds.
Yeah.
All right. Hello, Tyler. Hello, Luke. And Jewel. Jewel, we haven't seen you in forever. Where you been, girl? Also, Stewie X. John, would you rather smell smoke in the bunker or Kelly's pizza? That is hilarious.
That's a hard one. I think I gotta go for the smoke.
No, my pizza burps didn't even stink.
That's what you say.
What the heck, Stewie? What kind of question is that? I'm seriously appalled right now. I'm gonna be cranky the whole show. Just joking. This girl face cannot be cranky. All right, no boys like smoke. Yeah, you would. Everyone loves the smell of burps. All right, so podcast day.
Podcast day.
Are we ready for this?
We're ready. Let's talk.
Let's talk. How many? Wait, the Numsamaniac says, so how many years do you expect to take before you could open the bloody safe? After 1 million tries, but that's actually give or take because some people may give us the same combo, so it may take like 1.5 million.
It's possible.
Possible.
Yes.
What's the possibility of somebody actually giving us the same code over and over? Actually, there is some people that are like 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, and we're like, we've tried that.
I think it might be a good idea for us to actually start keeping track of that stuff.
We're gonna need somebody else in the safe with us.
Like that way, like every time, like, oh, we just gotta drop it into like a spreadsheet or something, and then just see how many times we see the same numbers come up over and over.
Stewie, sorry, Kelly, I thought you were proud of your pizza burps. So proud. I'm not proud, those were Pepsi burps.
Mixed with pepperoni. Ugh. Okay.
Is this the same bunker Mr. Beast did a vid in? No.
It's the same bunker that Mr. Beast wishes he did a vid in. That's true.
But all right, so podcast. Let's do this. All right, chat, we're coming back to you. Or is this a podcast
No, you can talk to chat.
All right, we can talk to the chat the whole time. That's
Sweet.
exciting.
They probably had some input on these would you rather questions.
Would you rather? So would you rather, oh, that's why that guy said, would you rather smell Kelly's burp or smell smoke?
Went for the smoke.
Rude. I'm gonna blow in your face next time. Just joking. That was so rude. He's my boss, don't fire me.
Would you rather eat delicious mystery food or crappy known food? Mysterious food could be anything edible on this planet.
I would rather eat delicious food.
What if human?
What?
What if the mystery is that it's human?
That's not delicious.
It might be. You get a good shot.
Says who? Then I'd eat it if it was delicious.
Yeah, what if
No
it's-
mushrooms or olives.
What if you eat it and it turns out to be like monkey brains or something gross like that?
Would you rather have legs or arms? I feel like that's really sad.
That's a really sad choice, but I'd have to go for arms. Because you use arms to still do stuff.
Do we have like our bottom half though? I'd go for the bottom half. All right, would you rather he and pork? I don't know what that means. Are y'all in Canada? Yeah, we're in the eastern part of Canada.
We're in Canada.
Canada all the way. Legs, chicken legs. Can you read that?
Legs, chicken legs,
Only darn TikTok.
hot dog, and bologna. Darn TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok.
I am located in Edmonton, Alberta. It says the
Numus maniac.
The numbest maniac. Nummus. Where are you located, and what would I find if I visited the bunker? You would find us.
But you wouldn't be able to come in.
Right, not right now.
Yeah, right
Come
now we're so
springtime,
close to the public.
come visit us in the spring. I'd say drive. Driving across Canada is amazing. It really is, minus Northern Ontario. I love the prairies. I'll drive through those all day long.
Would you rather, for the rest of your life, eat pizza or chicken?
Pizza.
I have to agree.
No offense, chat, but I've got some pretty good would you rather questions here.
Would you
ready
rather
to go.
lick an eye or lick a frog? A frog. Eyeballs sicken me. All right, Bailey, let's hear these questions.
All right.
All right, guys, you can tune in and tell us would you rathers after Bailey gives us hers.
Right.
Right.
So, would you rather know the history of every object you touch or be able to talk to animals? You got to give me pros and cons for each one and why. You really got to elaborate on your decision.
I feel like we need the questions up on the screen so I can remember them. Know the history of everything you touch
Right?
Yep.
or
Be able to talk to animals.
talk to animals 100%.
Why? You can't just answer. You got to give me pros
Right.
and cons and why.
So what's your answer? And then we'll give pros and cons.
Well, if you knew the history of everything you touched, you could just have everything.
If you could talk to animals, you would know how they're feeling and thinking.
Think about it. You could walk up to an ATM machine and just take out cash from anybody's account ever.
I never thought of that. If you could talk to animals, you could know what people actually do when they think people aren't around. Plus, they're animals and they're sweet little babies.
But they're just animals.
I know, but who knows what an animal goes through in the forest?
And then you'll know, and that's the end of
Then
it.
I'll feel so bad.
Being able to know the history of every object you ever touched, imagine just even going, even be able to go and be able to actually go into a museum and actually touch objects and be able to actually find out
That's
the real
true.
history of things.
I'm not a huge history buff, but if I could know the history behind something after touching it, I'd be down. But I also want to talk to animals. I think I'm still going with talking with animals.
So, Chad, what would you rather do? Would you rather be able to get the history of anything you ever touched, which is amazing, by the way, or talk to a monkey?
Monkeys can talk. Sign language.
We're all monkeys talking right now, if you think
I
about
love
it.
you. Chat, I love you. That's sign language. Did you know?
So
Animals.
the
Everyone's
Cabbage
saying animals.
The Cabbage Patch wants to talk to animals,
So does Crow Boy.
and Nathan wants to talk to monkeys. Animals. Man, am I the only one that wants to know the history?
I'm
Okay, when
with
you said what
John.
you said, I was like, okay, maybe I'd change my answer, but I couldn't just change my answer.
I think talking to animals would be really cool, but I think knowing the history of everything you touch would be a lot more powerful.
You could be a detective and touch a gun, like the murder weapon.
Yeah.
You just know who killed them.
I could get old hard drives, and I'll be able to get the private keys to lost Bitcoin.
There you
Oh, yes.
Do you know how many lost Bitcoins do you think there are in the world? How many lost Bitcoins do you think there are in the world?
There's millions, literally millions of Bitcoin.
And do you guys know what a Bitcoin's worth right now? So that is trillions of dollars.
That's not the
lost.
topic.
Okay,
We're
sorry.
not
We're
talking
being
about
positive.
Bitcoin right now.
Positivity.
Talking to animals would be useless. It's just a
That's what I think.
It would be
You are shaming the chat right now.
It would just be, I'm hungry over and over again.
Yeah, you know what? The only
They
thing
could be like, eat me right now, and you'd be like, okay. And you know to kill them, to eat them.
who are you talking to?
Animals!
Like a lion?
Like a deer, you'd be like, are you ready? And they'd be like, I'm ready. And then you'd be like, okay, here you go. And then you could have a spiritual thing.
But you're assuming animals have the same intelligence level as humans.
Because you're assuming they don't.
They don't. That's simply.
That wasn't part of the question. It wasn't like, oh, with a limited intelligence.
So talking to animals, all you ever hear is, I'm hungry. Where's the food? I'm hungry. Where's the food? I'm hungry.
Stewie
Where's the
made a
food?
good
I gotta
example
go
of
poop.
that.
Where can I go poop? I'm
Stewie.
hungry. Where's the food? And that's all you would ever hear.
Stewie, where is that, Bales?
He said animals are just thinking, begging strips and meow mix, meow mix. Meow
Exactly.
That's not what they're thinking. They're thinking, oh, can I just like rub my face on your face? Can you let me come for a drive with you? Can you let me walk the road today?
That's just dogs. Like all the other animals are useful.
Okay, we didn't specify on a certain animal.
Well,
And
people
imagine
are-
talking to like a little koala bear. They just love to hug you. I just want a koala attached to me.
To be honest, I wouldn't mind if I could actually talk to my cat right now because
Right?
he's not feeling very well.
Oh no, how
Yeah.
old is he?
I don't know what's going on, but he suddenly started over grooming his back just like the last couple of days. And so we're going to take him to the vet later
Yeah.
today and he's also limping on his legs, limping bad
Is he?
again.
Is he old?
Yeah, he's old.
Like how old?
He's not like old. I think. I mean, like we estimate that he's probably. Oh, geez, he's getting up there. He's probably like 12 or 13 by now.
My first cat,
Yeah.
Daisy, lived to be 19.
Wow.
She was a beaut.
Yeah.
So what are your final answers?
Cat. Animals.
History for sure.
Cat.
I'm gonna be getting my hands on every old hard drive I can find.
I'm a talking monkey. Oh, look, I'm a monkey. Says, I'm a talking monkey. Are you a chimpanzee?
I'm a monkey.
don't know why, but that
is
comment
actually
might
in the chat while we're talking about talking to animals. That's amazing.
Glowboy says truth or dare. I've been asking for that. All right, next question.
Next question. John Paul McDonough had one in the chat, which is a really good question. And I have one that's very similar to it. So his question was, would you rather know what people are saying in every language, but you can't speak it, or speak it and don't understand it? And what I had was, would you rather be fluent in all languages and never be able to travel anywhere, would you rather be fluent in all languages and never be able to travel, or travel anywhere but never be able to learn a word of a different language? So either you can be fluent in every single language, but you've got to stay here in Canada for the rest of your life, or you're allowed to travel to wherever you want, but you can't even so much as learn a lick of another language.
That's what I'd rather, because I'm my own self, and I'm me, and that's all that matters, is myself, and my family, and my kids.
Wow. You mean, so you don't want to learn another language
I just
at
mean
all?
put yourself first, is what I mean. I
Wow.
definitely want to learn another language, but if that means that I could never travel anywhere in the entire world, not worth it, because you do you. But if it goes to the other guy's question, which I did like that one too, that said, what was the other guy's question?
The other fella's question was, would you rather know what people are saying in every language, but you can't speak it, or speak it, but don't understand it?
I'd rather know what they were saying. So I'm kind of different for those two different questions. But they're different questions, so what do you expect? What would you rather?
I think
Travel and not know any language, or never go anywhere and know the languages?
Well, to be honest, I've done a lot of traveling throughout my life.
Okay, pretend you haven't.
Not the game.
Just thinking about the fact that I have traveled a lot and I have learned some languages along the way, but never got fluent in any of them, just enough to get by and maybe have a small conversation at times. But I think that
What's the point of traveling? It's not, I don't know.
well, the truth is we're kind of privileged knowing English because everybody speaks English.
Exactly.
So if you were to ask the same question like this to like someone who speaks like, I don't know, think of a language that most people
Thai.
don't speak.
Mandarin.
Well, there's a lot of
Actually,
people
Mandarin's
that-
pretty popular.
Mandarin's one of the most popular.
Brady, what's a language nobody really speaks?
Swahili.
Okay, can I just say like
Swahili.
Yeah.
So if you're a Swahili speaking person, then and they try to travel, good luck. Like they will be going nowhere.
In this hypothetical, do you retain the languages you can speak, or you have to pick one?
Are you asking us or Bailey?
I don't know.
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Do you retain the languages you can currently speak, or do you have to pick one and lose the other ones?
Well, we'll be fair and say
retain.
If you like, say if you're completely bilingual and you can speak a totally other language, then you can keep it. But if you and you can also keep it, like, say if you don't know a lot of a language but you can get by, you can keep that too, but you can't learn anything else. And like, it's just not possible for you to learn it. Like, you can't wrap your head around it.
I'm okay with that as long as I get to see the world, because I'm doing me.
I'm with you on that one.
Okay.
What do you mean okay?
Okay.
Everyone should do themselves.
You could still get a translator anywhere you went.
What was that?
Exactly. You could buy a translator.
Yeah, truthfully, we're very privileged to be speaking English, honestly. It's pretty much the universal language in the world.
Look what I did an update on my phone last night, and look what the update was. A Translate app.
Oh, look at that.
Bam!
Yeah.
I'd travel. Final answer.
So yeah, I'd probably travel everywhere, but never learn another language. Because,
High five.
If you could translate every language for people.
well, you'd just be
Not
working
enough to
away
travel
at
the
it for a
world.
really
You could-
long
you
time,
could
but
travel.
you would be very valuable, that's for sure. Because it's really hard to find people who really know fluent languages and all kinds of languages.
Brady can speak Japanese,
No, Mandarin.
Mandarin.
Think of all the tech companies that hire you to translate their software.
Why would you do that when you could have an app on your phone?
If that's your thing, then
Yeah,
I could
do
see
it.
that. But Jeff,
If that's
it's definitely
you doing
not,
you-
it's definitely not my thing.
Right. If that's you doing you, if that's what you want to do, then do it.
Yeah.
Next question.
Next question. Would you rather spend $5,000 on an item or spend $5,000 on an experience?
Experience.
And it could be any item or any experience.
Experience 100%, because I just feel like that's like a given. I feel like everybody would pick that. Like nowadays especially, like it's hard times in the, I was gonna say hard times in the neighborhood, but it's hard times in the world.
But what if the item you get gives you an experience?
What if the item you get will be worth more in 10 years? It'll be worth, that $5,000 is now worth $15,000, $20,000.
What if the
Or you
item
get
you
Bitcoin
buy
and
was
it's worth
completely
$100,000.
life-changing?
What was that?
What if the item that you bought was completely life-changing for you? Like, what if, for example...
Down
what if
payment on
you
a
were-
house. Well, that's like half a down payment, but.
Well, what if you or someone you knew was like had a chronic illness or something, and they needed something to survive?
100% spend it on that.
Because then they would have.
But
the
that's an experience
of-
for me.
Yeah.
So it's an experience, not a item. It isn't, but it's an item and an experience.
Exactly.
Ooh.
$5,000 experience would have to be quite the experience, honestly. I mean, you can get
That's a trip to Disney World for, that's.
you can get a lot of really.
$5,000 isn't a lot of experience.
No.
That's less than a week trip to Florida for us.
That's what I mean.
That's the
You-
experience, is the trip?
No, but like it could be anything.
I priced up a trip for a family of 3 to Disneyland. It was like $7,000. And
Yeah.
that was like mediocre season. So it wasn't cheap season, it wasn't high season.
It was roughly $3,000 for me to go to Japan for some weeks.
So the experience we're talking about here are mostly travel. I can understand $5,000 going like that as soon as you try
Well,
to do a
not
trip.
necessarily.
Right.
I'm thinking about comparing that to like, I don't know, like
An
jumping off,
experience
like
of a lifetime.
skydiving, or
Yeah.
taking, being able to dive with sharks or
Right, 'cause
something
you could-
crazy like that.
You could take that $5,000, you could skydive, you could dive with sharks, you could do so many things.
Well, let's make it. Let's make it experiences.
But it's an experience that
Yeah.
costs you $5,000.
You also go to school.
School's an experience? That's more like self-imprisonment.
I was just like, bleh.
But you can spend it on education, learn, build skills, and then be able to use that to
See, the thing is, people, you guys can learn without school.
You can. You're not wrong.
I'd spend the $5,000 on Bitcoin. That's just me.
So that will count as an item. So what's your final answer, Cal?
I feel like it comes one in hand because like when you said, like if I could save one of my family members or friends' life by buying an item that saves their life, then 100%. That would make me happier than buying the experience for myself. So I guess I would go item as well. I don't know, because then I'm getting the experience of saving, I don't know. I feel like it comes hand in hand together. So I'm 50-50, 2,500 to both parts.
Well, no one said you couldn't say that.
Right.
All right, ready for another one?
Yeah.
Would you rather move to a new city or town every week or never be able to leave the city or town that you were born in?
Ooh.
Pros and cons.
Guess it depends where you're born.
Right.
I mean, for the chat, it'll be completely different because for some people, they were born in real terrible places and
Yeah.
moved on.
Right.
But
For me, for that question, well, move every week. Yeah. I couldn't imagine putting my kids through moving every week, so I would never leave my hometown because technically I haven't yet. My brother, you ask him this question, he'd be like, never leave. He would tell you that answer right away, 100%. We made a trip to Toronto once and he's like, I'm never moving Nova Scotia.
And the question was, it actually wasn't hometown. The question originally was where you were born.
So we couldn't leave the hospital?
No, the city or town where you were born in.
Richmond Hill, Ontario.
Exactly. So, John, you weren't born in Nova Scotia either, were you?
technically, no.
Where were you born?
Somewhere.
So
Somewhere over the rainbow.
Brady fumbled it a little bit by saying hometown, but it's town you were born in.
Yeah. So the only way I see this practically working in terms of being able to move every week is if you are van living. And do you know what van living is? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so van living has become a thing, I'd say, in the last couple of years.
We've actually subscribed to, what's the channel called, Billy?
Saging the World.
Saging the World.
There you go.
Yeah.
So
Local.
Chelsea and Bradford.
Follow them on YouTube, on Instagram.
And
YouTube.
So if you're van living, you've taken a van, it's basically somebody who's taken a van instead of an RV, right?
Right.
And turned it into their home. And they just drive everywhere and, set up camp and then just go around the world and see everything. I think it's pretty cool. I don't think...
You'd be able to keep a job, though.
Well...
That's not true.
You could,
I guess you could online or work from home jobs.
There's definitely online jobs that would be able to facilitate that.
Okay.
And I think
now you're changing my mind.
I think that if you were to move every week, that would give you enough in terms of content wherever you were to be able to do that effectively. But depending on if you have a family or if you
Right. The family thing is what gets me.
Yeah, I actually know. Like I've seen like some people who are like entire families that do this. Like I saw a family with like a husband, wife, and 3 kids that are van living. Like
I would
literally
van live
traveling
with
all
my
the time.
kids, 100%. I really would.
And they're going across the country. And they're going across the country. Guess what they're doing? They're promoting Bitcoin. That's how they're doing it.
Of course they are.
He's always going to tie it in somehow.
But this is how I know it. So, and they've actually been doing really well. The job per se he trades, right? So all he has to do is trade cryptocurrencies, and then he can travel wherever he wants, right? So that's what he's doing. I think that if I had to stay in my hometown versus moving every week,
You'd never have the bunker.
I would choose, moving every week. I'd have to.
I don't know.
So enter the bunker would turn into enter the van.
I would move into the van. I would move. So I'd be homeschooling my kids, and I'd also have to have a full-time job, or part-time at least, to support living expenses, which would only be food at this point, because you'd have your van. I don't know. But I also would miss my family and friends so much. I pass.
That's not the game. You gotta pick one.
Stewie says van and RV living would be amazing if you didn't have kids.
It'd be amazing even if you did, because life is what you make it. I don't know, folks.
The idea of van living that I like is the minimalism of it all.
Right.
You know, like
I watch those houses. It's like small houses. I'm pretty sure that's what
Yeah.
the show's called. Love them.
Tiny
They're
living.
Tiny houses. They're so cute.
yeah, because people in the past just had too much stuff, and
It's
like
disgusting.
even like
I have too much stuff. You see
I
my
even
closet.
feel like I have too
I have
much
clothes from grade
stuff.
9, which is
Yeah.
like 15 years ago.
Yeah, it's just you just don't need that much stuff. So
Tiny living is like the polar opposite of owning a bunker.
well, tiny livers aren't going to survive either.
It doesn't mean he can't own the bunker and not
Yeah,
tiny
I
live.
know. I thought it was funny because it's like, oh, we're sitting in a 64,000 square foot bunker right
Yeah,
now,
but
tiny.
but where I
living
live
great.
is this tiny little bungalow, right?
Yeah.
Compared to this place, so
I don't have an answer. Okay.
What if you had
I don't
a
know.
sick van that you had enough room for both of your kids, and you could work? I don't know how, but
That's
you
what I
find
mean.
a job traveling.
I'm already thinking about that, and I would definitely do that, but I guess I could visit my hometown whenever I wanted if I'm traveling. All right,
could.
move every week. That's what
there
I'm
you
going
go.
with.
Move every week's way to go.
I feel
Next
like I just
question?
made a decision for my life.
Stewie, would you rather be friends with Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos?
If I knew who Jeff was,
The guy who
Guy
made
who owns
Amazon.
Amazon. It's like the third richest,
The richest
man
man
in the world.
alive, yeah. That'd be interesting, but best friends with? Whew. I'd probably have more fun with Elon, honestly.
I have a
knowing
question.
the two of
Does
them.
Jeff own just Canada Amazon or USA Amazon?
Literally the richest person on the planet.
Jeff is?
He will be the first trillion.
I'm going Jeff. Gold digger, just joking.
Yeah, but just
Completely
think. I mean, you're
joking.
friends with Elon. You're like, hey, Elon, can I get a lift on that rocket to Mars? Like, let's go.
You'd be like, hey Jeff, can you build me a rocket to Mars? Be like, let's go, girl.
yeah, he can't. All he can do is get you to shop online and spend all your money. That's what he can do.
You could just pay for
So-
Jeff to Elon to make me one.
Elon digs big tunnels. Could dig another one to the bunker. Yeah, we can get what's it called? The hyper tube? What is it? The hyper.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, there's like a hyper tube. It's like a supersonic, like train.
Oh, like what you put the post letters up, but human size.
Yeah, that's a very good description. Yeah, I think they just tested the hypertube with real people for the first time, and I believe that's a project being
I wonder
supported
if
by
you
Elon.
age when you go.
If we can
through
get one of those
those.
right to the bunker, beauty.
Do you
Thanks,
think you'd
Elon.
age going through one of those?
What?
Do you think you would age going through one of those?
What are you talking about?
The faster you travel, the faster you age.
What are you talking about?
Okay, whatever. Look it up.
Fall asleep watching your I think I know what you're trying to say, but I think you've got two things mixed up.
Okay. Do I though?
You're talking like warp speed higher than any plausible human speed.
Yeah. Which, no matter what, the faster you go, the faster you're gonna age. Okay, next question.
You say old is aging slower than the rest of them?
I'll age slower.
Interstellar is a good movie.
Oh my lord. Okay, let's go to the next question.
The next question, I have a pretty good idea of which side either one of you are going to choose,
Okay.
but I want to hear your reasoning. So, would you rather be a world-renowned painter or artist, or a brilliant mathematician?
Mathematician.
Why?
What was the first one?
A world-renowned artist or painter, so your paintings would go for hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Actually, I don't
Or
know.
you're a brilliant mathematician and like math is just like speaking to you and numbers are easy.
When was the last time you heard about an artist?
What's that girl that has no expression on her face?
What?
Mona Lisa. Mona Lisa.
Mona Lisa?
Da Vinci.
So it took the not even knowing
When was the
who
last time
made
you
the
heard of
Mona
a
Lisa.
mathematic person? Kevin.
Exactly.
Cardano, which is a cryptocurrency, by the way. the reason
guy kills me.
it's called Cardano is because that is a famous mathematician from a long time ago. And so it was a very, I think it was a very, I don't know how to describe it, arrogant kind of naming. Like, there's a word I'm looking for, but I can't think of it right now.
Morgana?
It wasn't bombastic. It was just like
What was the name?
Cardano.
Cardano, not Morgana.
Yeah. So if you look up Cardano mathematician, like if you look that up in Google, you'll find that it was this famous mathematician from the past. And that's why they named it that, because of their mathematical genius and all that. And of course, you know, the guy who founded that would use a name like that because that's just the way he is.
So what would you rather?
So if I was a mathematician, I could do crypto in real super duper ways. And actually that's kind of my Achilles
I love
heel.
every time he says crypto, he looks at Brady.
Because I'm waiting for him to like freak out.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a bit of my Achilles heel that I'm not very good at math, like high level mathematics. You know what I mean? So if I could do that kind of stuff,
Are you good at painting?
I could probably be way better at what I do. And I think by being mathematically inclined like that, yeah, I think that would serve me better than being an artist.
It would serve your life better.
Yeah.
100%. I agree.
And it would serve the world, because then the world would get even better stuff from me.
Right.
Yeah.
The world deserves that. Pass.
What?
No! Listen here. You gotta pick one.
I don't know. Okay, it was painter or artisticness?
It doesn't need to be painter specifically. That one was just easier to say, but just like have incredible artistic abilities that you would make hundreds of thousands of dollars off of.
I have no interest in that. So my interest is in math in school.
Yeah, you just get even better at what you are.
Yeah, I think I'd go with math as well because again, I really just don't have I love looking at people's paintings and stuff, but like myself to sit down and paint, I tried like one of those paint nights one time.
Paint nights? What are paint nights?
I don't know, but I could not stay focused long enough. But math intrigues me. I like it. It makes me happy when I like make something work.
Let's not knock artistry.
No,
in saying this.
not saying that at all. That's what I mean. I love looking at art and I love for the people that do it. But that's just not for me. Like,
You love looking at art.
I love looking at a pretty picture
I honestly don't.
or a pretty anything.
I have trouble understanding art, honestly.
What do you mean?
Like,
That's like people's like intuition. They just do, and they like that's what. No,
It just flows.
you're beautiful inside and out, no matter what you want to do.
there's this video I saw not too long ago. Well, maybe it was a year ago. Who's this?
In cryptocurrency, I swear I quit.
It's not. It's a video. What was it called? It's like, I think it like it's a whole series. It's like Adam Knows Something or something like that.
I don't know everything.
Yeah, Adam Knows Everything.
Adam
yeah.
knows everything.
And he does one on art and rips it apart, and it's so hilarious the way he does it. It's
That's
like
so
this girl
mean.
is just like, oh, it's like she's looking at this painting and it's like $1 million, and she's like, oh, it's so deep. And he's like, actually, it's just a tax haven for rich people, you know? And he just totally rips the whole thing apart.
Adam ruins everything. Sorry.
Adam ruins everything, yes. So
To each
go
your
watch that
own.
video and you'll understand what art and famous art is all about.
Don't do
You
it.
realize that it's as shady as the financial system. So I don't even care about that. Let's be a
Rude.
brilliant mathematician and let's make things happen and make the world a better place.
If you enjoy art, people, do your art and be famous.
Yes.
But
Well,
for us, we're going mathematicians
yeah.
because that's our
And to
interest.
each their own.
Okay, yes, exactly. But Bailey, what did you think for both of us?
I thought you'd both pick math.
Did you?
Yep,
Okay.
All
I
right.
truly did. I feel like, because I knew John, that was obvious.
Mm.
I was like, it would just make way more sense for John to be a mathematician with everything he does. And then for you, I figured, I was like, well, like Kelly truly, like whenever numbers come into play with anything, like we have to do inventory or like count tills or anything like that, like Kelly doesn't let anyone else do it. She wants to be the one to do it. So I was like, well, I think they both pick mathematician.
There you go. Hammered the nail on the head. Is that how that saying goes? Okay, pass next.
Well, you didn't pass, but we will go next. Would you rather be permanently transported 500 years into the future or 500 years into the past?
Past, for sure.
Future for sure.
Why?
Let me wash your clothes. Let me do the dishes. Let me do. Let me cook for
Well,
you.
let's just take the emancipation of women away right now.
Yeah.
'Cause, like,
Let me.
Jeez, guys.
It's about 3% of the planet that would say past.
Re- Really?
and you're one of them.
I don't know. I just would rather like make babies and look after those babies and bring them up the way I want and homeschool them and I'd rather just.
That's exactly what you do 500 years ago.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Except for 500 years ago, there was no wars, right?
There were wars. There were plenty. Everybody is like,
See, that's the thing. Like, I don't know then. Because I would want my man to be home every night after his work day.
It's also rampant slavery and women didn't have any rights 500 years ago.
yeah, you were pretty much just owned. Not just pretty much, you were. And that was it. So 500 years ago, let's think about that. Number one, there was no North America, which means you were actually in like Europe probably. And so being a European, you're probably gonna be a serf kind of servant lady working for some rich dude,
Making babies.
making babies that are little like,
Look at that sub. That looks delicious. It looks so good.
so 500 years ago, you'd be stuck in Europe. What was there plague? Was there?
There was a plague.
Yeah, yeah,
Really
okay.
bad.
So it's just like 2020, only worse.
But everyone's worst is their worst. Like my problems are no more or no less than my friends' problems, who are no more or no less.
Right. Now, switch that and go 500 years in the future. And I'm chilling on Mars with Elon Musk, like because
Are
we
you
got
though?
our digital cells that are still there. I think 500 years from now, it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be.
Years from now, they could crack time travel and you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, I can go back to 2009 and start mining
That's a
Bitcoin.
good point.
I'm kidding about that. 500 years from now, I don't think it would
Please no.
matter, honestly. I don't think it would matter in 500 years.
Smallpox was going nuts in the 1500s.
There you go.
Smallpox going nuts.
Okay, you guys are just trying to like down on my.
No, Kel, I would have chose pass.
Do you think you want to live in Europe 500 years ago?
Who says that I wasn't the first person when I was alive back then? Who's to say that I didn't build a freaking boat and travel across the thing and was the first person wherever I wanted to be?
You're not
Nobody,
Nordic.
because you guys don't know because I didn't live in the 500
You're
years
not
ago.
Nordic, so you're not a woman Viking, so you weren't the person that
Who's
did
to say I
that.
wasn't then?
They were the
what I
ones that went first.
I'd want to go back and be a Viking. That's what I would want to do. Be a Viking wife? Heck yeah.
Shoot crossbows?
So is this go into the past and be able to change
Behead
your
people?
heritage? Is that what
Yep.
this question does? Okay.
Well, who's to say my heritage wasn't even alive then? Whatever that meant. Sometimes, yeah, exactly. My family got kicked out of Ireland for stealing horses.
Okay, so you would have been in Ireland. Okay, so you went back to Ireland and you'd be living in Ireland.
I would have had red
500
hair
years
and it would
ago.
have been gorgeous.
You wouldn't be able to color it because there's no such thing as coloring hair back then.
That's good. I never colored my hair till I was 30 anyways.
Right. You can't pluck your eyebrows. You can't put on makeup.
I
You
didn't
can't
have
do
bad
any of that.
eyebrows. They were cute. I'm just trying to be positive here. All right. So,
What does 500 years in the future look like? What do you think, Chad? Do you think that 500 years in the future, what is that going to look like? Think about that. Like imagine what we just described 500 years ago to today. That is massive change.
Okay, I'm going to read some of these people. Stewie says, pass for me. Toby says, 500 years, pass. Boom, that's it right there. Yeah. Okay, there's the 3%. Me, Toby, and Stewie. Guys, don't trust Wikipedia, right, Toby? Thank you. You're traveling through time. Can't you try to make things better for the future? I don't know. I'm not that smart. Okay, true.
Dewey says nuclear Armageddon. Don't want to see that. I just said we've been chilling in Mars. What did I say?
Eating chocolate bars. Didn't you guys know that? You go to Mars to eat chocolate bars?
What's that movie?
Girls do.
Wall-E? Do you think that's the future in 500 years?
Find Waldo?
No, Wall-E. You know the movie Wall-E?
Nope.
You haven't seen Wall-E. You have
You've
kids.
already experienced that I'm sheltered.
But you have kids. Wall-E is like the most popular. You haven't seen that?
No.
It's a You have Disney Plus.
Yeah.
It's on Disney Plus.
I'm going to take a note of that.
Go watch it. It's really funny.
Bailey, note that down for me.
But it takes place in like 2700 or something like that. And it's like they're stuck, like, so all humanity went into a spaceship for like hundreds of years and hundreds of
like the
tons of
100.
generations. Yeah. Yeah, kind of like that, only this is funny. So, yeah. And
Wall-E.
everyone turned into big blimps. So, because.
Is that what you want to have happen?
Well, no.
Turn into a blimp.
But I could come back 500 years later and
Oh,
be
it's
able to.
spelled Wall-E?
Yeah, Wall-E, yeah.
Oh, I would have spelled it W-A-L-L-I-E.
Yeah, no. You'll like it. It's good. It's a good movie.
Kids movie?
It's a kids movie, yeah, 100%.
I'm down. Disney Plus tonight, Friday night. Whoop.
Yep.
Last time you gave me the movie Ugly Dolls.
Did you watch it?
Yep.
What'd you think?
I loved it.
It is a good movie.
Yeah.
It has a really good message.
I don't think my kids quite understood the message, but I tried to explain it to them in like I'm like, do you know what's happening right now? And they're just watching the movie, like liking it. And then I'm like, this is what's happening. And I was like trying to explain it to them. And they're like, oh, and I feel like they felt it, so.
Yeah, because the whole caricature gets into their thinking, way of thinking.
Yeah.
So when they experience it in life,
Yep.
they'll replay that caricature.
I feel like I
that they
build
saw.
that up with them anyways, so it was just kind of like a reinforcement. Like,
Yeah.
oh, there is movies like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, next.
Sure beats Frozen.
Let it go. That's what I was singing to myself last night when I was putting them to bed. I'm
I
like,
hated Frozen from the time it came out.
me too, but then last night I literally caught myself singing it because I'm like, let it go. And I was,
Though.
I tried to use a pendulum one time to see if I was having a boy or girl.
It worked.
Yep.
Nice. 50-50.
Amethyst pendulant. It was given to me by my witchy mother-in-law.
All right, let's bring it back. Let's bring it
500
back.
years
Okay, wait,
future.
I need to make a comment. Kelsey North, Big Hero 6 didn't have enough credit. Yes. 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 It was a bomb. Have you seen that?
Why in the world did we bring up Big Hero 6?
Kelsey. I don't know. She brought it up. Disney.
Yeah, it's a great movie. I
It's a
love
lovely
Big Hero
movie.
6.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
next
got a
question.
giant robot.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Matthew Powers. Hi, Kaden. Okay, next question.
Next question.
Yeah.
Would you rather, and this will be our last one,
Okay.
would you rather live a comfortable and peaceful life in the woods in a small cabin without much human interaction, or live a life full of entertainment and conflict in a mansion in a city?
Number one, cabin, no power, have my own like rain bucket that filters the toilet. We're good.
I got to go for the Mansion City.
Really?
Yeah.
Crap.
You said conflict, which means that
I
things
feel
have
like
to
we're
be
really opposite right now.
because it means things have to be solved, things have to be resolved, which means I'll be
Laws,
there to resolve
which means
them
laws.
and make the world a better place. So, I mean, yeah, I would go nuts all by myself, not actually accomplishing anything. So
In the
I would
woods.
rather be in the middle of the conflict.
I think that kind of relates
and
back to our like future
resolving the
versus
conflicts.
past thing. Because,
Okay.
Well, it does.
How good is the internet in the woods?
Nothing. You didn't have internet 500 years ago either.
Yeah, you just like
So I picked both of those, and you picked both of chopping wood. I'll chop wood all day long. Just joking. Axes scared the crap out of me. I'm
Mansion
pretty
of
sure I died
conflict.
from one of those in my past life.
What? Describe to me this conflict. Like, just give a little more.
Well, like, because if you're in a city, in a mansion, and it's just full of conflict and entertainment, like, conflict is anywhere you go, really. Like, I mean, even right now, like, the word conflict is such a broad term, like, you two are conflicting right now on what you're agreeing on. Whereas Kelly, if she were to be in the woods with little human interaction, so if it was just her and her boys, for example, there wouldn't be much conflict because
And a
there's
boy would
very
be
low
good.
human interaction.
Most fortunes are made off the suffering of others, so you probably had to make some people suffer to get that mansion.
What? Now we're getting okay.
Oh,
That's too much
look
conflict.
at that! And I didn't make anybody
That is too
suffer.
much content. That is too much. That's going too far. Okay. So
Everyone's saying woods, woods, woods.
That's
mean,
what I'd say.
How about a mansion in the
you
woods?
didn't say
'Cause I built
get a
myself a
mansion built on the
mansion.
blood and bones of people or something.
You don't get rich by being nice to absolutely everyone. Like you gotta cut a few people off.
But you
a few
do.
things.
That is a misconception. You
agree.
you become wealthy by the more you serve people, the more you're given.
Care about yourself.
This is a spiritual principle.
But in doing that, if you're a very successful like businessman or something,
Which
and
you
you
are.
live in the mansion in that city, you're gonna have conflict with other businessmen who are on your level trying to do better than you. So there's still gonna be
Because in the
conflict.
end, just
That-
do you.
That is a worldview. I don't experience that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
You do you. Don't worry about anyone else. If anybody tries to come after you, be like, I know I'm doing me, and what I'm doing is correct. What I'm doing is right. And no matter what you're living in, just do you, and you're gonna be fine. That's how I feel.
Those in the wood 500 years ago.
Yeah, I will build my own mansion in the woods, so I will live in the mansion.
Well, you'll be spending your whole life doing that because,
Not if I have a
gonna be a lot
strong
of work.
man.
but you don't, because you're 500 because you're alone in the woods. Hello.
No, they didn't say alone by yourself.
Yeah, it did.
How do you think I made
I
babies?
remember that.
With somebody.
Wasn't the terms of this thing alone in the woods?
You get the squad with you in the woods, Bailey?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, whole squad.
It's
whole
like I
squad.
feel like the whole like cabin in the woods with low.
So then you have 10 kids and they just build the crap out of this house for you, and then you're all like, huh.
Well, that's why they had so many kids
Make your
back
own
then, because they were
brew.
labor.
Exactly.
Yeah.
People, I have mixed feelings about all of this, really. Pass on every question. No, really, I do, though. Like, I think some of the stuff now would be good back in the day, and I think some of the stuff back in the day would be good to implement.
Well, like when
implement
saying you live in
nowadays.
a cabin, it's not that you can't have people over or anything. It's just that like you're in a cabin. You don't live in a neighborhood. You don't live in a city with a busy street in front of you. So like it's up to you.
You just have to
want
ride your
invite
horse and
people
buggy
out to your cabin.
to your friend's house, which is a bomb dig.
There's a world of context to all these options here now that
that's
I'm
the
starting to
point.
find out just now.
I know if it was me, I wouldn't live in the cabin in the woods because I like to be able to, I know I live in the burg.
I'd miss fast food.
You are just above cabin in the woods right now.
I just
So
like to be interact. I want to be able to walk on a sidewalk and pass people even if I don't talk to them. So even if I have this huge mansion I built up on the blood of others.
Yeah, except for nowadays, you can't even see people's sweet smiles. You can only see, like, luckily for me, if I'm wearing a mask and I'm smiling, you know it. But some people you don't know. You just don't know.
Alright, let's not go down this road.
Okay.
We can wrap it up.
Wait, question, chats. Do you guys have any good would you rathers to ask us? Quickly, we have 5 minutes for you guys.
Quick ones, not in-depth ones. Just
Yeah,
quick.
not in depth. We're just going to answer one answers, no explanations, okay?
even Stewie wouldn't go to the woods by himself.
Stewie said he would.
Nope. He says if I'm alone, I'm out.
Yeah, because
But you don't have to be alone.
Yeah. Now there's new context.
right.
Just like the mansion apparently
That
is built on
wasn't
the
new
bones and
context.
bloods of others.
No, not the bones and blood. Stop.
Okay, guys, ask us would you rather. You have 5 minutes. We're not giving explanations on them. We're just going to give straight up answers to the would you rather. Go, go, go.
We don't work for the military.
Kaden,
No.
you had a question. Ask it. Ask it.
You wanted to know if you were good.
I bet you're smarter than you give yourself credit for, Toby. It's never too late to learn more.
Leo.
Stewie, you're so positive. Would you rather work for NASA or the military? NASA. Next.
Isn't NASA
The military. Would you rather eat dirt
Working
or
for
hot
the
sauce?
military?
Dirt.
Hot sauce makes her vomit.
Yeah.
Keep going, keep going. You didn't answer either of those.
I'd enjoy working for NASA. I think.
Okay, me too. Would you rather eat dirt or hot sauce?
Hot sauce.
Dirt for me.
One of those is good, though. That's not a good one. Hot sauce is good.
Yeah, unless you're taking a shot of it and then you pass out on the floor
The
later
choices
on.
should be: would you rather eat dirt or worms? That's fair.
Dirt.
Oh yeah, by the way, guys, the picture we used in the thumbnail of Kelly laying on the floor, that was her after eating hot sauce.
You used that picture? No, I was so slammed this morning with everything. I didn't look at it. Normally, as soon as you post it on Facebook, I'm clicking on it just to look at the thumbnail. That's the only reason.
Jake made it and thought of it, and I'm only explaining this because you don't have a mic on you right now, but it was a picture of you laying on the floor versus a picture of the bunker, and it said, would you rather save Kelly or own a bunker?
Oh, look, there you are.
I hope everyone picks Save Kelly. Seriously.
I think the
Darren and
choice
I
is
look
obvious.
good there.
What about the chat? Would you guys rather save Kelly or own a bunker?
Okay, we all know what you really want, but don't say it. Say the correct thing. That is so mean. Jake, what is that? Would you rather say or dig candy?
Well, you just said E, so I guess that's...
I don't get it. Oh, Toby says save Kelly. Yeah, because together we can buy a bunker. If you save me, we'll buy a bunker.
Would you rather work for the Air Force or Army? Air Force, I
Air
guess.
Force.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get to fly.
Would you rather be able to have no legs but be able to fly everywhere, or never to fly in a plane again? Never
What?
fly in a plane again. Would you rather have no legs and be able to fly everywhere, or never fly again in a plane again? I'd never fly in a plane again.
Never fly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you mean, Toby? You just voted for me, and then you're like, Kelly's dying. I was dying there, yeah. And you got to save me, and then together we'll buy a bunker.
Caden Smith wants the bunker.
Caden Smith?
Yeah,
How do you know?
he just said it.
Where?
He says, I want the bunker.
I don't see that.
Right underneath Kelly's nut.
Does not say that here.
Oh, just so that. there you
I
go.
want the bumper. He wants a car bumper. That's all he wants. Or she, sorry, person. All right, guys, so that's it for today's podcast. Thank you so much. I actually had a lot of fun today.
It was fun, and if everybody who joined in with this today, be sure to like this video, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, select all to make sure that you get notifications so that next time we actually do another stream like this, you'll be able to get notified and can join us, because we'll be doing some exciting things in this next season. That is going
Season
to...
2.
We're in 2.
Look, I can speak another language.
Yeah, for now. And so, yeah, be sure to hit the subscribe button and like this video and join us. Pay attention. We'll be back Friday. Or no, it is Friday. We'll be back Monday.
Monday.
It's Friday.